Hello, this is Christine. Now I'm going to talk about my task 1 to 8. So for task 1, we need to create a mininet-based topology. And the code is written here. So we need to have 4 different hosts. So here we need to put a 4 here and 2 different controllers. So the first controller's port number is 6633 and the second controller's number is 6655. And we also use our Open Virtual Switch, and the MAC addresses are considered too. So that's how we do the task 1. And also I can show you for my controller. I opened my POX controller. The first one is 6655 here, and my second controller, the port number is here. So it matches with what we were creating earlier. And for my task 2, I need to make sure the interfaces are up and also assign the IP address to all 4 different hosts. So the code here, what I used is that I used the ifconfig command and to assign the IP address to the, for example, for host 1 is I assign that to the host 1's Ethernet 0 interface, and I change the thing to up. So make sure it is the interface is up right now, and the same as the host 2 all the way to host 4. The only difference is the assigned IP address are different. And from my task 3 all the way to task 8, okay, my task 3 first, I just want to mention that the rule 1 to rule 6, it is the old one, so the things I changed from 7 all the way to 11. So this matches the task 3. Task 3 asks us to block the ICMP traffic from one source IP to another source IP. So here our protocol is ICMP at the end. And the 7 means the priority number, and the second one means the source MAC address. We don't need to worry about that, so we put an any. And the destination MAC address, it was not mentioned, so we also put an any. And the next one means the source IP address. So our source IP address based on the request of the task is 192.168.2.10. And next is our destination IP address. It is 192.168.2.30. Okay, and then the next one means the source port, and following is the destination port. Since there's no request about this two, so we also put any. So based on that, the request here is our task 3's command, and next comes to our the task 4. It still asks us to block the ICMP traffic, but this time the difference is that the IP address changed. So for this one, we don't change anything else except from the source IP address and the destination IP address. For source IP address, I changed from .10 to .20 at the end, and the destination IP address, I changed from .30 to .40. And for the task 5, we need to block the HTTP profile. So that is a little bit different. So the source IP we changed to what the task request is still .20 at the end, which represent our host 2 in the mininet. And because there's no request for destination IP, so we put any. And the source port, it was not mentioned. But here, one thing that's interesting is the destination port we changed to 80, because TCP, when we're using TCP, if the destination port is 80, it means HTTP. So that's how we can block the HTTP traffic from this IP address by using both the TCP protocol and the port 80. The next one, task 6, I'm going to skip it right now. For task 7, we need to add the rules to block the TCP traffic of 2 different IP address. This is the same as usual, the source IP address. The next one, destination IP address, no port was mentioned or specified. The protocol is still TCP. And the final one, we need to add the rule to block the UDP traffic. So compare with our last priority, our priority 11, we need to change our protocol to UDP. The rest, we still keep it the same because the IP address, it was not changed. Okay, back to our task 6. Now what we need to do is to make sure we need to block the traffic of the MAC addresses. So here is still the priority number, and the next one is the source MAC address, and the one that is following is the destination MAC address. The thing we need to change is to change the address number, which is 02 at the end for the source MAC address and 04 at the end for the destination MAC address. So now let's quickly test the test that I did from test 1 to all the way to test 8. First, I need to make sure that I have all the components we need. So what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to show all the nodes. The nodes shows that I have 2 different controllers, 4 different hosts, and 1 switch. And I want to check more, so I can check the net, which shows me the connectivity between the hosts and also the switches, which is shown over here. But it doesn't really tell us about the controller. So based on that, we still need to use the OVS -vs control command. So here we can tell that the controller is connected to the switch, and also so that's the second one, and the port number they do match. So that is for the test 1. And for the test 2, I'm going to use the if config command. So that can tell us all the information about the host. So now I'm using the host 1 as the example. As you can see, for the host 1 Ethernet 0 interface, we successfully assigned the address. So which means our test 2 is successful. And then for the test 3 and 8, I'm going to do that faster. So first I need to check the traffic, ICMP traffic between host 1 and host 3. So I'm going to do H1 ping H3. So, and then I'm going to pause it. As you can see, 100% package loss. Yeah, we did it. And now the next task is test 4. We need to block the ICMP traffic from host 2 to host 4. So we can just do this, and thus we can see 100 packet loss. And next is the HTTP traffic. So we need to do that a little bit different. The IP is from host 2, and we need to do hping3 and make sure we have the sync, and also the port is 80, and also let's try H1 first. You can see from H2 to H1 about the HTTP traffic is lost. And now let's try H2 to H3. And now, okay, still 100 package loss. Nice. And now let me try the last one. From H2 to H4. Okay, so after these 3 tests, we can tell that all the HTTP traffic are blocked from the host 2. So that's my test 5, and my test 6. It is telling us to blocking the traffic of MAC addresses from host 2 to host 4. So as we can see here, also 100 package loss. So we did the test 6, and for test 7 is to block the TCP traffic. So for TCP traffic from H1 TCP traffic, we also need to use the hping3, and also don't forget the sync, and we want to change it to host 2. Okay, it is 100 package loss, so no connectivity. Very good. For our last task, let's try the UDP. So UDP will also use hping3, but we need to specify it is the UDP protocol. and it is to host 2. So let's see. So over here, 100 packet loss. Well, so now I showed how we did all the task, and I also proved it. Thank you.